Reminiscent of Harvey's wall bangers, the way these Brewers are hitting the ball out of the ballpark.
Blackhawks pregame live coming up in a couple of minutes on CSN. Cubs baseball on CSN Plus. Thames with a double and a home run already. If we had a home run over/under combined tonight, I might have said 1 or 2. Milwaukee has 3, and we're in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, it's playing like the ballpark played the other day when the wind was gusting out. Our ability to predict these games is kind of like the weatherman's ability to predict what the weather's going to do in Chicago on a daily basis.
Swing and a miss. Braun strikes out. Number 2 for Lackey.
Trying to throw a drop down fastball away, and it drifts back and down and in a little bit, but it gets the job done.
One 1-0 on Travis Shaw, who was acquired from Boston over the winter. Lined right to Rizzo. And we'll bring up Santana. 4-3 Milwaukee in the 3rd. Braves are 3-0 in their new ballpark, and they've got a 3-1 lead over the Padres again tonight in the 6th at the brand new SunTrust Park. Jaime Garcia for the Braves, Jared Weaver for the Padres. Freddie Freeman 2 for 2 with a double and a homer. He's off to a great start, hitting .372. If I said the most underrated offensive player in the National League is Freddie Freeman,
yeah, he would be certainly on the short list.
Yeah.
I think a lot that their club hasn't had a lot of success in recent seasons, so he doesn't get a lot of attention. And
hit 300 last year.
Rizzo and Goldschmidt and Votto in the league. Sometimes he gets not dismissed, but people don't realize how good he is.
Ball 4.
Yeah, they had a note on the big board here yesterday or the day before. Sabermetric graphic, weighted runs created plus. So it's a measure of a player's offensive, all of his production offensively, adjusted for his ballpark and the league. And Freddie Freeman was top 5. I think it was over the course of the last 3 or 4 years.
Struck out his first time up. Looks at a strike right down the middle. It's a cold one. Wind chills in the mid-30s. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
I still see a little bit of the bruising under the eyes of Broxton. Before we got to Milwaukee, he had been hit by a pitch and suffered some facial fractures and big black eyes.
Able to avoid the DL. Said that C-flap saved him.
Looked like he'd gone a couple rounds with Carmen Basilio.
Runner goes. The throw. Nice backup by Zobrist to keep Santana at second. Brewers like to run. Even though they're hitting a lot of home runs, Greg Counsell is not going to put on the red light.
Yeah, if they like the numbers, if they like the math, the pitcher's time to home plate. You know, Miggy really struggled last year. Got a little bit better towards the end of the year, and he was throwing the ball well in spring training. But again, I think early in the season, opposing managers are going to force the issue a little bit and test him.
Russell got him. And Rizzo will throw to Montero as a tag. Santana, hang on a second. Craig Counsell may want to check. And I guess he will not challenge. So, cue the band. 4-3 Milwaukee.
This drive's nice, huh?
Really nice. Man, you can get a lot in the Tucson. All-wheel drive, voice-controlled navigation.
Beep! Beep! Lane departure warning. And auto emergency braking with pedestrian detection. All backed by America's best warranty.
Windows?
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai.
And this is the reason to buy now. Lease the Tucson for $139 a month or get up to $4,000 in total savings. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
I love how USAA gives me the peace of mind and the security just like the Marines did. At one point I did change to a different company with car insurance and I was not happy with the customer service. We have switched back over and we feel like we're back home now.
The process through USAA is so effortless that you feel like you're a part of the family.
I love that I can pass a membership to my children and that they can be protected. We're the Williams family and we're USAA members for life.
Call USAA today to talk about your insurance needs.
Tonight on CSN Plus, the Sox are in New York for Game 2 against Starlin Castro and the Yankees. Coverage begins at 5:30 with White Sox pregame live, presented by the Koalas family of dealerships. Or stream live on the NBC Sports app.
Now our Giga Time moment powered by Xfinity. You know, talking to people around the league, the one thing they really appreciate among a lot of things about this Cubs team, JD, is the respect 90. I mean, everybody runs hard, even if they're not fast.
Yeah, you saw a good turn to third base by Schwarber. I think he runs better than many people give him credit for. Speed not part of Miggy's game, but yeah, he's going to bust it.
A strike on Anthony Rizzo. Brewers have the lead again. 4-3.
Well, that's where they beat him last time to strike him out, that elevated fastball. Not a bad game plan against Anthony, a guy who covers the plate so well. He handles outside so well because he's on top of the plate. If you go inside, you risk hitting him. So if you're going to expand, maybe up and down is the way to go.
We saw a play at the end of the last half inning that I don't think we have specifically seen in the era of replay. At least I haven't witnessed it live. And And that is a close play at first. As Rizzo lines to left, Braun will catch it on the warning track. It looked like Broxton was out. Craig Counsell did not challenge. Yeah, he's out. But even if he's safe, Santana didn't stop around third, and we saw Rizzo throw to the plate, and Santana was out easily. But at that point, the inning had ended. If Craig Counsell had then tried to challenge the safe play at first, I guess I would want clarification on the rest of that play. Do they play Santana back at third? I mean, he was halfway home. It's not like he was trying to stay at third. So that kind of creates a tricky situation, right, with the theoretical end to an inning.
Yeah, and I think base runners need to be forewarned. See, at that point, he'd started to break it down a little bit. But you're right, he had made an aggressive turn of third and was heading home.
So if Broxton had been safe at first, you could not have then said Santana's safe at home, right?
No, Santana.
No
way. It would be Santana would, in my mind, would be returned to third base. I think they would say that the replay supersedes what happened afterwards.
That's probably true. But yeah, I would like to get some clarification. Two and two on Zobrist. And he finds a hole in left. Shaw was way off the line. Ben is 2 out of 2.
Yeah, a little flare RBI single last time. Now a solid line drive the other way. So 2 good swings against Anderson here in the third. Rizzo hit his ball very well, and as does Zobrist. A slice piece into left. I think I read his lips. He said it's cold, and it was 75 this morning, I think is what he said.
Russell struck out his first time up. Say on the replay question, there have been, I guess, a few unintended consequences, but for the most part we haven't really run into one of those weird scenarios where a play had been stopped and then the reconstruction of the play with the original call overturned being a controversy has not really been a factor.
Yeah, and I would assume as they worked through replay and the beginning of the implementation of it, they had long meetings where they were grinding through all the possible scenarios. You know, the what ifs. What if this happens? How are we gonna, how are we gonna go back and place base runners and things of that nature?
Favorable hitters count 3-1.
Throw him a changeup.
Ball 4.
Now I'm not going to put a number on it in terms of 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but boy, one of the glaring changes in the game is just the way pitchers attack hitters. I know. And just in the last 2 or 3 years, you know, the 3-0 fastball is no longer a gimme. Russell got one there. Bryant in his at-bat, first time up, did not. He got a 3-0 changeup. And if you get the 3-0 fastball to get to 3-1, highly unlikely you're going to see another one in the zone on 3-1.
Well, as you look at collective batting averages in certain counts, it makes sense when you have the upper hand. On a pitch that's in the zone to swing at it.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the pitchers and catchers and people like Mike Borzello that break down these situations have gotten so savvy about hitter tendencies, and it just seems to me there's a greater willingness now to not give in to the count as a pitcher, to go ahead, well, you know what, I'm not going to throw him a cookie here on 3-1. I'm going to try to paint a corner or throw a breaking ball, and if I walk him, even though I'm putting a man on base, I'd prefer to start with a fresh count.
It's early in the season, but on a 3-0 count, balls in play, batters are hitting .348, 3-1, .375. Hammered to right, way back, foul.
I'll say, might even say putrid. That is buzzard's luck for Jason Hayward. I would have played it too.
I did not see where it landed. I only saw Bill Miller's call because we lose sight of that right field corner from our vantage point.
He glanced off the wall there.
And it almost has to be foul at that point. Two strikes on Hayward. Auditioning, I guess, for part-time work.
You know, he has the ability to manage the game and be a fan of the game at the same time, and I don't think you can say that about most managers.
Nope. To say Joe is comfortable in his own skin is a big understatement. He's got a magnetic personality, and he's probably the only manager in the game today who would have done that. Most guys are throwing their clipboard. Another 0-2. Fly ball to right. Santana makes the catch. Zobrist tagged, but he's going to stay at second.
Just out in front of that changeup a little bit was Hayward. He had a nice at bat.
Montero with his first hit of this season scored a run in the second inning. Still has a 0 in front of his batting average, but better than 3 of them. Tapper toward first. Thames can't get to it before it's foul.
Yeah, Mickey, he's got a bingo number now, 083. You got to get off the bingo card. Then you got to get off the interstate. And you're batting 1-something like I-35, 135. And you got to get over the Mendoza line.
Now you got to hit your weight along the way too, right? Depending on how big you are.
Yeah, all the little metaphors and terms we use for an anemic hitter. Can't hit his way out of a wet paper bag. Could take BP in the hotel lobby, not break a window.
All of those things were said about the great Bob Uecker, who is not here. He didn't make the trip, but
looks like he's hitting with a rolled up Sporting News.
Swing and a miss. Inning over. Cubs strand a couple, trail by a run.
People are talking about the new Buick. With 4 fresh new models to choose from. And what are they saying?
Your new Buick is so cute.
Love the new Buick. Does it do it?
Sweet Buick.
Experience the new Buick.
Get this low-mileage lease on this 2017 Buick Envision for around $299 per month. Plus, current non-GM lessees can get $1,500 additional lease cash.
Whatever you're getting ready for, come into Supercuts for our attention to detail and signature hot towel finish. So you're not just ready, but super ready. Check in online today.
We're out of ink. Not ink.
Printing doesn't have to be painful. Now, during HP Savings Month at Staples, get up to $180 off HP printers.
Make your backyard bloom during the factory-authorized patio event at The Great Escape, where factory reps are on hand to offer discounts from 20 to 60%. Customize your collection now and save up to an additional $500 with factory cash back. Discover hundreds of new styles, dining tables, fire tables, sectionals, and more, designed to last for generations. Only at The Great Escape.
Escape your everyday. Shop The Great Escape.
Tonight on CSN Plus, the Sox are in New York for Game 2 against Starlin Castro and the Yankees. Coverage begins at 5:30 with White Sox pregame live, presented by the Koalas family of dealerships, or stream live on the NBC Sports app.
Series champion. Subscribe to the Cubs Talk podcast featuring David Kaplan, Kelly Kroll, Patrick Mooney, and more. Available on iTunes or the Google Play Store.
Sounds great. I like listening to podcasts on my daily run. May I make one podcast suggestion as well along those lines? David Axelrod has a podcast called The Axe Files. And our good friend Jason Benetti makes an appearance. Also the White Sox. Really good stuff.
Yeah, that's on my playlist. Check that one out.
Bandy homered to lead off the second. He's now leading off the fourth. 1-1.
The other day we talked about we're going to start this whole concept of parody songs. We're going to do LA Bullpen, instead of LA Woman.
Yeah.
So we could do Bandy, like Mandy. The Barry Manilow song. Oh, Bandy. Maybe we should put that out there. People could submit their.
Well, see, I thought you were going the Wings direction with Jet and Bandy on the run.
Yeah.
You'll do a medley.
The Bandy Man.
That would be John Sterling's call, right? On a home run.
Oh, absolutely.
The Bandy Man can.
The Bandy Man can. Yee.
Line shot, base hit. The legendary James Taylor returns to Wrigley Field Monday, July 17th with special guest Bonnie Raitt. Don't miss your chance to see this Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. Tickets are available now at Cubs.com/James Taylor. Garcia looks at a strike. Pause at the belt. Now the pitch by John. Hit in the air out into right center. Hayward's play. Andy back to first. It's a kind of night for Lackey in the boxing metaphor, I guess, is you're going to take some punches, but you're going to try to win on points tonight, right?
Yeah, and we saw him do that a few times last year. He'll have some games where he gives up some early damage, but he doesn't panic. He stays true to himself. He's still very aggressive. I mean, that pitch to Bandy was right over the heart of the plate. He's one of those guys, you think you've got him on the ropes, and then the next thing you know, he's retired 13 out of 14, and he's gotten it through 6 and kept his team in the game. Glove, get a little defensive shift here. But Ed Cedar, the third base coach for the Brewers, helping out, delivering the new leather to Rizzo. They turned a double play with this deployment the other day. So bring Zobrist over to hold the base runner at first, and Anthony will pinch along with Bryant. And a bad bunt could turn into a double play.
The middle
to short.
How about that? 6-3. So it works again, even though Rizzo wasn't necessarily involved, but for the purposes of that play, he logs it out as the second baseman. 4-3 Milwaukee.
Introducing the Galaxy S8 with an infinity screen that gives you less to hold and much more to see, and makes your world infinitely bigger.
This is Brooks Yard, with cute kids, an adorable dog, and ugly bare spots. Bare spots that are hard to fix using seed alone. But Scott's Easy Seed changes everything. It's an all-in-one solution. Our finest grass seed, plus quick start fertilizer and natural super absorbent mulch. Grow grass anywhere. The very first time, guaranteed. Bare spots be gone. This is a Scott's Yard.
Live stream your favorite sport at the airport. Binge DVR.
By 1, 4-3. Relive the magic of last year's historic run with the official 2016 championship season. Fly the W book, which features personal essays by Tom Ricketts, Theo Epstein, and others, as well as never before seen photos. For more information, visit Cubs.com/flythewbook. Right, to get a blanket, cuddle up, and watch some hardball.
Eight, 9, and 1 for the Cubs here in the fourth. It is over in St. Louis. The Cardinals beat the Pirates 2-1. That means the Pirates will be swept, right?
And their trend.
Every series they've played so far has been a sweep, one way or the other. Lynn over Nova. Ivan Nova with a complete game 2-1 loss. Two hours and 14 minutes. Foul ball handled by Santana. Almora hitting .467. Two-run double. First time up. Playing time in this business at this level is earned. And Almora is going to be earning more and more as time goes on, based on what we've seen not only this season but last year as well. Didn't want to put too much pressure on him with the loss of Dexter Fowler to free agency, to say, all right, you got center field every day, so they brought in John Jay as well.
Yeah, Jason Hayward's played more center field than anybody to this point in the season.
That's really a product of Baez playing second, moving Zobrist out to right.
Yeah, and that's that's the same theory that's going to benefit Almora too, because Joe really likes to put his best defensive team on the field. So as long as Albert is performing adequately offensively, he's going to get a lot of playing time because of his glove work.
And adequate may become plus. It has been so far. Yeah, the Cubs are very high on Almora with the bat.
Yeah, and you know, if he stays hot like this, they're going to start to pitch him a little more carefully, and that's going to be, excuse me, it's going to be the challenge for him, is to just be a little bit more disciplined and make sure he's getting strikes.
That's number 70. From Anderson, misses, ball one. You mentioned Anderson to Oklahoma, North Central Texas College as well. Born from Wichita Falls, Texas, threw 3 no-hitters in his senior year at Ryder High School. Yeah, well, Andersonville is not too far from Wrigley Field. Great part of town. And we're going to see Brett Anderson tomorrow. Got Chase and Cody and Tim on the south side. Tyler with the Rockies. They're all over the place.
Yeah. Who's the greatest Anderson ever to play in the big leagues?
Well, You know who I thought of immediately, but not as a player?
Cap Anderson.
Was there a Cap Anderson?
No,
it was
Cap Anderson. I'm just taking liberties.
Hall of Fame manager
Sparky.
Sparky Anderson. We may have some more Anderson knowledge for you on tomorrow night's telecast. There was an Anderson Hernandez. We can go first names too. Schwarber fans, and we head to the fifth. Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, coming up. 4-3 Milwaukee.
Due to the length of this program, we now move ahead in the action.
You can follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, at CSNChicago.com, presented by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Go to jeffvuk.com or follow him on social media. Nationwide is on your side. 4-3 Milwaukee the lead. And Patrick, you had a chance to catch up with former Cub Travis Wood, who went through a lot of ups and downs in terms of the Cubs team while he was here. He's now with the Kansas City Royals, but I know it meant a lot to him. Jason Hamill and Jorge Soler to be here on their off day to get their World Series rings.
Yeah, especially when the Royals are playing at the White Sox next week.
Good play, Rizzo. 1 pitch, 1 out. So they're going to be right back here in Chicago next week.
Yeah, it meant enough to them to come here for this. I mean, most of us didn't recognize Travis Wood with a shirt on after his performance at the Grand Park Rally, but I think that's why teammates loved him. He had such a big personality kind of behind the scenes with us. He was always very clipped and to the point with his answers, but Joe Madden, bumped into him in the food room today, and it felt like old times, even though he's obviously on another team now and stuff like that. But he's just a guy who kind of blended in really well with this particular group, doing whatever Joe asked or whatever the team needed.
He is pitching out of the Royals bullpen. Hamill starting, and Soler began the season on the DL. So Soler, let me ask you two guys. The potential's there. I think being able to stay healthy for an entire season is a big key. Ball fielded by Bryant. So that'll go 5-3 in the shift. If he played 150 games, JD, what do you think? 25 to 30?
Yeah, 25 to 30. I think he would take a fair number of walks, so the OPS would be really good. It's just, yeah, I think it's in there. I really do. I think he's ultimately going to end up being a good offensive player.
What do you think, Patrick?
I don't think he hasn't really come close to doing that yet, though. I think that's kind of the biggest issue with Soler. I think the American League is a much better fit for him.
Brown nearly got hit. Yeah, that was a straight up baseball move, right? Jorge Soler for Wade Davis. And the Cubs are real happy to have Davis here to pitch in the 9th inning.
Whatever best case scenario, it wasn't going to happen here.
Well, the other part is, I mean, if Soler were still here, JD, they'd have like 9 outfielders.
Yeah, that's the thing. So you stockpile all this inventory. You have talented, high ceiling young players, and you know that there's always going to be a market for them. So when you have a need that you need to address, you reach up on that shelf and you go, hey, here's Soler. We'll give you him, and send us Wade Davis.
And what I saw in limited time, Patrick, in spring training, Eloy Jimenez was wearing Soler's old number 68. There might be a little Jorge Soler in him down the road.
Yeah, almost built the exact same way. they talk about him the same way too about Soler, just in terms of his patience and kind of discipline.
Second hit of the night for Ryan Braun. So here comes Travis Shaw. So I mentioned, Patrick, the Cubs will be at Fenway Park at the end of this upcoming road trip. That one's kind of been circled, that series, I think, on the calendar for a while. And knowing you the way I do, I have a feeling you're really looking forward to that series, just the way you kind of look at the big picture when you write. I think there'll be plenty of storylines going into that series, on and off the field, right?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's kind of endless when you look at those two teams that are among the favorites to get back to the World Series. And I mean, yeah, you could spend all day running down the storylines from the top of every organization throughout each roster. I'm sure John Lackey has a few thoughts about the Boston experience that he will love to share with us.
One strike on the former Red Sox Travis Shaw. Now 1-1.
Want some jelly beans, Patrick? Got some jelly beans up here if you're interested.
I'm good.
You good?
Have you always had the take me out to the ball game lyrics up here? Is that
no, some people bring them in and then we end up losing the sheet. So I said, why don't we just tape it down to the table so no one would ever have to look for it. That was more about convenience than anything. Rizzo to the bag, unassisted.
Do you want to sing?
I'm good. I'll pass.
Good?
Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider. Always love to put him on the spot.
Softball team. Not to brag or anything, but I'm a pretty decent second baseman.
Well, I'm already starting second baseman. But don't worry. We'll find something for you.
Lease a 2017 Camry for just $199 a month, or get 0% APR for 72 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash. Toyota, let's go places.
Introducing the Italian collection from Subway. Head in now to grab the $5 footlong spicy Italian, loaded with salami and pepperoni. For a limited time, the spicy Italian footlong is just $5. It's a big value for even bigger flavor. Only at Subway.
At Buffalo Wild Wings, you've got options. We've made it too easy for you. Simply call in your order or head to BuffaloWildWings.com and pick up at your nearest B-Dubs location. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
The legends of tennis are coming to Chicago with the Power Share Series. John McEnroe, Andy Roddick, Jim Courier, and Mark Philippoussis compete in a unique one-night tournament. May 17th at UIC Pavilion. Timeless tennis mastery on full display with a twist. On the Power Share Series, these legends call their own lines. For tickets and VIP packages, go to PowershareSeries.com or Ticketmaster.com and be part of the excitement May 17th at UIC Pavilion.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Abort! Abort!
Strike on the outside corner on Chris Bryant. 4-3 Brewers. Santana, one away.
Hey Cub fans, Sports Crate is a monthly subscription box full of original Cubs merchandise you can't get anywhere else. Open your crate and you could win once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Subscriptions are selling fast. Join now at sportscrate.com. It beats the Jelly of the Month Club.
Rizzo has struck out and lined out. Lined out deep to left in the third.
Ready for that. Yep. You know, he's right up on top of the plate, and a lot of pitchers feel like they can beat him inside, but he's very quick to that pitch. Struck out his first time up on a chest-high fastball, and then I think it was a little backdoor breaking ball, maybe a cutter that he hammered to left last time.
Rizzo's aboard. So he and Schwarber having a good time with that third base line.
They're going to force other managers to at least contemplate considering this defensive alignment. And now what a lot of clubs do is they'll leave their third baseman over there until there's a strike, and then they'll peel off.
Strike one to Zobrist. Getting a lot of Twitter reaction to our best baseball Anderson. The top two are getting Garrett and Brady. And a sentimental favorite, Larry.
Larry's actually an SEN, but he's still an Anderson.
Yes, he is. Rizzo will steal second as Bandy couldn't handle the pitch.
Yeah, well, you know, there are those that would criticize Rizzo, and there's a point where you would criticize a guy with his ability to hit the ball out of the ballpark for bunting. But one thing that mitigates that argument is this: the ability to steal second base. So he turns that bunt essentially into a double. Schwarber with a bunt hit, racing around the bases to score a run. Rizzo bunt single, stealing a bag. Big guys playing small ball. Joe Madden was asked about Anthony by the media in his pregame scrum today, and Joe was effusive in his praise, saying, hey, this guy always talks baseball. He's always breaking it down. A lot of defensive things we do. He's got his own opinions and ideas, and, you know, why are we doing this? Why don't we do that? And always thinking the game.
2-2. Here it comes. After a high one, able to foul it back. Each team with 7 hits. Hey, the Molina ball that stuck to Yadi's chest protector. They auctioned it off. Cardinals did. Sold for $2,015. 58 bids for it. Garcia tags Rizzo for out number 2.
Yeah, no argument coming from Anthony. Got caught a little flat-footed out there trying to get an aggressive secondary. Yeah. Quick turn and throw and a very quick tag by Arcia.
A Baez-like tag by Arcia. 3-2 to Zobrist. Tap foul. Base is now empty. Ball right to Shaw, the third baseman. And that's that to the 6th. It's a one-run ball game led by the Brewers.
At Menards, home improvement means saving big because right now you'll get an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices. Save big on quality Crescent tools. This 170-piece mechanics tool set uses surface drive technology to eliminate fastener rounding. Only $72.98 after rebate. Right now, over 90 stock Sylvania LED bulbs are on sale. Energy-efficient LED bulbs replace a 60-watt incandescent. A 4-pack is only $5.78 after rebate. Stop waiting and start saving with an 11% rebate on everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I was prepared for the urges that would the withdrawal. I wasn't prepared for the psychological aspect of it. The hotline called me to see how I was doing, how I had gotten through that first day, again offering their help, that they were there, I could call anytime. I feel healthy. I feel like I'm going to be here for a while.
When I say Italy, what comes to mind?
Pirello Tours.
Oh, Pirello Tours.
Hi, I'm Steve Perillo of Perillo Tours, and I personally approve every itinerary to ensure a stress-free, once-in-a-lifetime vacation.
I think of the culture.
There's so much to see. I really enjoyed Sorrento.
Being on a Perillo tour was better than anything I can remember ever on an anniversary.
Salute! Call now for your free brochure, insider's guide, and free $100 gift card. Call 800-368-0256.
Own a piece of Cubs history as part of the Cubs' ongoing effort to restore and modernize Wrigley Field. Several sections of seats have been or will be removed. These seats are now available to purchase in sets of 2. Visit Cubs.com/seat sale for more information. Strike on Domingo Santana. 2 reaches, a single, a walk, and a stolen base. Brewers lead 4-3. Cubs lead the season series 2-1. Third ball misses low and outside.
Cubs have won 20 of the last 26 games here at Wrigley, played between these two teams. What does that mean as we go forward? Probably nothing, right? Somebody bothered to write it down, so I'm going to repeat it.
You've got roughly 3 hours to talk every night, so those are the kinds of things you'll occasionally hear.
Somebody may have been wondering how these teams fared at Wrigley Field since 2014.
We admit that everything we say is not terribly important. But then again, if you have a 3-hour conversation with one of your friends, is all of that important too? I don't know.
At some point you're going to get around to whether you can make a song out of Jet Bandy's name.
Right. Whether you're on the air or not.
We're going to get around to who the best Anderson ever was.
Fly ball to deep center. Almora makes the catch. So this is interesting. You got a Carlos Torres behind the plate and a Carlos Torres loosening in the Brewers bullpen. They're not the same person, and they're not related. How do I know? If they were related, he couldn't work the plate in this series, right?
Yeah, like Jim Wolf used to, he's a big league umpire, and he could not work the plate when Randy Wolf pitched.
Curved strike on Broxton. He says yes to the fastball. 2-1. I got a great note from big Cub fan Terry Erickson, who wanted us to say hello to his friend Chris. So hi, Chris, from Terry. Three and one.
He's showing a little displeasure at home plate umpire Carlos Torres. Marginal, borderline outside pitches have not gone his way tonight. Not enough for his liking anyway.
Mora will make this play as well. The cold has not kept the fans away. All bundled up on this chilly April night. Bandy with a homer and a single.
John looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. He faced only 3 in the 4th, but he gave up a leadoff single to Bandy. That's the inning where they got the double play off the bat of the pitcher Anderson.
One and two.
Bandy led up there.
It's an off-season piece on sports site advice.com. The most egregiously George Lucas-esque names in baseball. Jet Bandy, Boone Logan, Yonder Alonso, and Jeff Decker. Brewers
Larry
out.
Skywalker.
4-3.
Who gives you the best in-home Wi-Fi experience? Let's find out. Welcome home. Who's your internet service provider?
I have AT&T.
Does the Wi-Fi keep up throughout the house?
Not very well.
Not very well. Did you know that Xfinity has the best in-home Wi-Fi experience?
She's been telling me that.
Let's pretend this is your house. How's the quality up there?
I give it a 10.
Let's add 5 devices to the mix. How's yours doing?
Man, I'm loving this.
We gotta get with Xfinity.
Learn more about the best in-home Wi-Fi experience or get started for $19.99 a month for 12 months. Click, call, or visit an Xfinity store today.
At Menards, home improvement means saving big because right now you'll get an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices. Update your floors or walls with new porcelain tile. Pick up 6 by 36-inch Fenwood tiles for only $3.37 each after rebate. Make tiling jobs easy with Tech Ultimate Large Tile Mortar. This polymer-modified mortar can be used for interior or exterior applications. Only $19.93 after rebate. Stop waiting and start saving with an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Why put another crossover on a road already filled with them? Why give it headlights like jewels, a body that feels sculpted? Why give it an interior where even the dash is cut and sewn by hand? It's simple. You can build a car or you can build a Cadillac.
Join us for Spring's Best. Get this low mileage lease on this Cadillac XT5 from around $419 per month or purchase with 0% financing.
Time for the Weber sauces and seasonings call to the pen. Call grilling flavor up to the bigs.
So Carlos Torres on for the 7th time, 0-1 with a 4.32 ERA. He's worked 8 1/3, allowed 7 hits, 6 walks, 5 punch-outs. See a lot of cut fastballs from Torres.
'87 pitches for Anderson. So, assuming there's nothing wrong with him, You a little surprised he's out after just 5?
Yes, I am.
Pitcher spot is due up second in the 7th. He was pretty effective tonight.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if there's something physical going on with him.
Well,
tweak something. Or...
As I look at his game logs, 88, 89, 87. So this is where they've kind of gotten him out, although he went 6 innings in his first start, 7 in his second start.
He had spent a little time on the DL last year with the inflammation in the triceps, I believe, but I don't know of anything that was bothering him. You know, his first 2 starts were outstanding. And it's not like he's a 23-year-old kid that you're going to be very protective of. He's 29. He's been around for a while.
The 3 runs allowed was unearned. And Craig Counsell will manage the bullpen the rest of the night. Two to Russell. Called strike 3. Bottom edge. Joe said that ball is down, Carlos.
See Bandy yank it up just a little bit to give Carlos, the umpire, a little better look.
Somewhat similar spot. This one called for a ball on Hayward.
That's quality pitch, a little cutter right around the knees. You know, maybe it's just Craig Counsell just like the matchup with the hitters that were due up for the Cubs and with Torres' game. Maybe he just thought that this was a better matchup. A lot of managers get a little nervous when their starting pitcher is facing a lineup for the 3rd time.
Lofted to right, and it's Santana. So if you're in the dugout, if you're Joe Madden, the new setup in the bullpens might actually be better because he can see those monitors who's getting loose. And that's Pedro Strop in the Cubs bullpen. Lee Tunnel just kind of hanging out in the Brewer bullpen. They have pumped in a little crowd noise, some atmosphere added to the home bullpen, just to somewhat replicate what it's like on the field, since they're a bit removed out there in the new digs.
So the boys aren't complaining about being tucked away tonight in this cold.
Right.
I guess I should say, as opposed to being out in the cold.
can kind of see the guys sitting in the bullpen. Strop getting loose behind them. Look out. Wilson Contreras is on deck to hit for Lackey if Montero gets on. And he does reach. Two-hit night for Miguel.
That's a 2-hit night on a 3-dog night. Well, the weight was all gone. He was all out on the front foot, but he kept the hands back. Found a hole.
So we had talked earlier about Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
He has 2 doubles, 2 homers tonight. He's 4 for 4, 3 RBIs, 12 total bases. And the Padres and Braves are tied at 4 in the top of the 9th in Atlanta.
I think he likes his new ballpark.
He's batting .400 on the season. You can add a 1 there in the 8th. On the outside, Wilson not so sure. Let's see if the catching tandem can get it done here. Montero at first. Contreras takes low, 2-1.
Drawing more attention.
Ground ball to the shortstop, Arcia. He'll get it to VR. They force Montero. And that's it. Still 4-3 Brewers.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah. 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
We're here in this auto graveyard to demonstrate a remarkable car polish. New Finish, the once-a-year car polish. New Finish is not a wax. It's a unique polymer formula that's even safe for clear coat finishes. Simply wipe it on and just wipe it off. It's that easy. You can even apply it in direct sunlight. And look, New Finish restored a deep, hard shine even to this weather-beaten car. We polished this car with New Finish and ran it through 52 car washes. Even after heavy-duty detergents and powerful scrubbing, the water still beads. So get New Finish. Tough enough to be called the once-a-year car polish.
And try top-rated New Finish Scratch Doctor to remove ugly surface scratches quickly and easily. Scratch Doctor is proven by independent laboratory tests to be the best scratch remover available.
Top-rated New Finish, available at Pep Boys, True Value, Kmart, O'Reilly Auto, Target, Advance Auto, Walgreens, AutoZone, Walmart, and other leading stores.
Playoff hockey heats up Thursday on CSN. It's Game 4, and the Hawks look to climb out of an early series deficit against the Preds. Coverage begins at 6 with Chevy Blackhawks pregame live, or stream the game at csnchicago.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Cubs are introducing a game-changing new premier experience at Wrigley Field with seats featuring prime views And access to an exclusive club. This experience will allow fans to enjoy Cubs baseball in a whole new way. Visit CubsPremier.com to join the Premier Client Priority List.
Cubs bullpen now the rest of the night, starting with Pedro Strop. John Lackey, 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs.
Yeah, and those 4 runs came in the first 11 batters he faced. He allowed 3 home runs and a double in that stretch. Nothing significant after that. Certainly no runs, and that's kind of who John Lackey is. We saw it a fair number of times last year. You may get him early, but he doesn't panic. He usually hangs in, competes, keeps you in the ball game. Bullpen had a tough go of it over the weekend against the Pirates, including Pedro, charged with a blown save. It was in Saturday's game. Gave up 2 runs, walk, a home run.
Kurt Neuenhuis on deck in the pitcher spot. 1-2 on Arcia.
Joe Madden was asked about his bullpen before the game. He said, I have complete confidence in these guys. Much bigger believer in the track record that they have established as big leaguers as opposed to this very small sample a few days into the season. Sometimes it takes a while for guys to settle in a new season.
Swing and a miss. That's where he wants that slider with 2 strikes.
Yeah, and there's a tendency sometimes, especially if you're struggling a little bit, to try to overthrow that pitch. And when you do that, you pull off of it. You fly open, the front shoulder leaks towards first base, and that ball will just helicopter and won't have much depth to it. Keep the front side closed, get on top of the ball, and you're going to get that good downward movement.
Yeah, the other interesting part of any sort of larger conversation about a team's struggles or a specific area like the bullpen the last few days. Did you see any of Jay Bruce's comments recently about his time with the Mets?
Addressing New York specifically?
Yes.
Yeah, I did see that.
If you missed it, I'm just paraphrasing. The narrative around Jay Bruce last year was because he was a Cincinnati Red and then became a Met, it was already built in, I think, that if he struggled, the story would be he can't handle the big stage. Right? That's the lazy, easy narrative. And Bruce basically said, I am a very streaky hitter. And if you think that I struggled because I can't handle New York, I think the line was you're lying to yourself. It was pretty strong, but it resonated with me. I think sometimes the answer is you just were bad that day, or you were bad for a couple of weeks, and then you're good.
Yeah,
you don't have to come up with any bigger.
He's had plenty of struggles in Cincinnati his last couple of years there.
Right. So
yeah, how do you attribute that? Take that guy, and all of a sudden, New York becomes the problem.
So talking to a few people this week, I'm already hearing it's the World Series hangover. And I'm not convinced that the Cubs bullpen struggled this weekend because of that in any way.
No.
It doesn't have to be some big, larger explanation for why a team.
Yeah, and
is
I
going
get it
through
where
a tough
people
time.
want to kind of make that assessment. It's a World Series hangover, or it's.
But that's built in, right? If the Cubs have a bad stretch, you know that's the first place people will go. Now, I guess I would just caution people.
Or they're flat because they're content. They've already won the World Series, so they're not quote unquote hungry. And the analogy I like to use is if you've gone out and you've had this great meal at a particular restaurant, you're anxious to go back to that restaurant. It's not, these guys have won a World Series. They know what it's like to experience that. How could you not come out and crave that the next year? Now, any number of things can derail that. Injuries, poor performance by individuals. Who knows? Just the nature of baseball. Other teams rise up. But to try to, like pop psychologists and say it's because of a World Series hangover or team's not hungry, I don't buy it.
One and one on Jonathan VR. Pitch. Deep left. Schwarber on the track makes a catch. Time for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Mazda.
For tonight's stretch, please direct your attention to the outfield video boards.
All right! Let me hear you! Good and loud! On 1, on 2, on 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Oh, it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hey!
I joined the Army in July of '98. I did active duty 11 years and 2 in the reserve.
Our 18-year-old was in an accident. When I call USA, it was that voice asking me, is your daughter okay? That's where I felt relief.
It actually helped to know that somebody else cared and wanted to make sure that I was okay. That was really great.
We're the Rivera family, and we will be with USAA for life.
USAA. We know what it means to serve. Call today to talk about your insurance needs.
Deep drive, way back. Ball game over.
No one delivers more in-your-face hockey than NHL Center Ice and NHL Network. With up to 40 star-studded games a week all season long, bringing you closer to every goal, every save, and every hit that fuels hockey's biggest foes. Feel the power of controlling the most hockey on TV and let the game live where you do. Order NHL Center Ice. For the lowest price of the season, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS.
Ever since we started doing commercials again, celebrating Fox Valley Ford's 30th anniversary, my brother Brian's been acting like a real prima donna.
You call this Evian? You call this coffee hot?
It's just that he wants only the best for our customers.
Hey, if you need me, I'll be in my trailer.
Brian, that's the bathroom. Come on down and see us at the North Aurora Auto Mall. Fox Valley Ford, a better deal from a better dealership.
Sports Talk Live, presented by Chevy Silverado. Weeknights at 6 on CSN.
Whether you're stuck late at work, at the gym, or on the train, or all three at once, you can now watch your Cubs on the go live stream all CSN Chicago Cubs games at csnchicago.com or on the NBC Sports app. Are you tossing jelly beans into the crowd?
Yeah,
Be
well,
careful.
I threw one down to Dave Chella, our cameraman down there, and all these people want me to throw jelly beans to them now.
91-mile-an-hour slider from Jacob Barnes, swing and a miss by Almora. 7th inning, 1-run game.
Yeah, we saw this guy over in Milwaukee. He can deliver the mail. He's an old-fashioned drop and drive, hard chunking right-hander. I'd see him closing at some point in the future. I would say he's off to a pretty good start this year.
this speaks to the work Albert Almora Jr. has done. If he had gotten off to a slower start, John Jay might have pinch hit for him in this spot. Outside, it's 2-2, 100 on the fastball.
Heat up a cold night.
Home crowd trying to get the Cubs going here. 38-6-36 as Almora strikes out on the slider. That's a John Smoltz-like 91 on that slider. One away, and here's Schwarber.
Well, you know, the plight of the modern hitter. We talk about it a lot with all the shifting, the advanced scouting, the arms coming out of these bullpens. This is a closer. It's not the guy working the 8th inning. It's the guy working the 7th inning, throwing 100 miles an hour with a 91-mile-an-hour slider. So there's some funk in that delivery, too. Kind of a herky-jerky delivery.
Story tonight, early runs. 7 combined all in the first 3 innings. Eric Thames has homered now in 5 consecutive contests. Braun and Bandy have also gone deep. And the Cubs have not done a whole lot offensively since Almora knocked in 2 with a 2nd inning double. 2-2 on Schwarber. Ball, strike 3.
Folks, how do you get to Wrigley Field? The Cubs suggest taking public transportation. They offer a free bike check located by the Addison Red Line station. For drivers, the Cubs provide free remote parking and shuttle service on night and weekend games. For information, visit the A to Z guide at Cubs.com. This guy's nasty. This is just high-octane stuff he's flipping up there. Huffing and puffing, snorting like a bull, coming at you with 100.
Two strikes. And the reigning NL MVP.
Feliz is the closer for the Brewers.
Barnes just struck out the side. That was impressive. Going 100 miles an hour with a slider at 91.
At Menards, home improvement means saving big because right now you'll get an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices. We've made choosing a window as easy as good, better, best, so you can finish your project today and save with an 11% rebate on Geldwin windows. Minwax one-step floor finish is available in 5 colors in a gloss or satin finish, only $53.39 after rebate. Stop waiting and start saving with an 11% rebate on everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Looking good, Mr. Slow Motion Walking DXL Shopping Fashion Stud. Looking good. All the brands you love, waist size 38 and up. DXL. You're looking good.
At Buffalo Wild Wings, you've got options. We've made it too easy for you. Simply call in your order or head to BuffaloWildWings.com and pick up at your nearest B-Dubs location. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
This is the Silverado Special Edition.
This is one gorgeous truck.
Oh, did I say there was only one Special Edition? Because actually there's 5.
Nice. Strength and style.
Make a strong decision. Find your tag and get 16% below MSRP on select Silverado 1500 pickups in stock. That's over $7,900 on this Chevy Silverado. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Apply for an all-digital, no-fee loan now at eclicklending.com. eClick is located right here in Chicagoland and rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. eClick Lending. Boom! Your mortgage just happened. Mike Montgomery, the left-hander, here in the 8th. Bullpen's chore at this point is to keep the Brewers right where they are and give the offense an opportunity here in these final 2 innings.
Mike 0-2 with an ERA of 3 through 6 innings. He's on for the 5th time. And he's got 2, 3, 4 here. Thames, Braun, Shaw. So 2 left-handed batters scheduled. Makes Montgomery the right guy for the job.
Thames is slugging. He's not struggling at all. Slugging 1,000. That means he's averaging a base for at bat.
Yeah, and half a base for an at bat is an outstanding slugging percentage.
Right.
So yeah, it's going to be fun to watch this guy and see ultimately what becomes of him. Is this an aberration? Is he Chris Shelton? You remember Chris Shelton some years ago? He had 9 home runs in the first 13 games. I think he finished with 16.
Well, they liked him enough to replace a guy who hit, what, 41 home runs last year, Chris Carter.
Carter led the league, didn't he?
Yeah, and you know, I think they wanted a left-handed bat to go with Braun and Broxton and Arcia, and a base hit. He is 3 for 4, triple shy of the cycle. Nope. Yes, double homer single. Yep. Been 5 years since he had a 3-hit game in the big leagues. Sure, he had many.
Yeah, I think he made a habit of it in Korea. I think Braun really enjoys playing the villain here at Wrigley. Takes a little extra time as the fans boo him.
Deep to center. Almora tracking, and he's going to have to play that one off the wall. Thames around third. He will score. It's a double for Braun. Those 2 guys have combined for 2 homers, 2 doubles, 2 singles, and 4 knocked in.
That's now RBI number 3 for Braun to go along with his 2-run home run back in the first. With a 3-run shot against the Cubs in Milwaukee earlier this year. It's just he's got power to all fields. He's good up, down, in and out.
Runner goes to third. He's going to score. Braun makes it 6-3. Stolen base of third. And an error on Montero.
Got a great jump. It's a risky play with a left-handed batter in the box, but he got a very aggressive lead and a good jump. Forcing Contreras to really hurry his throw. And Braun loving every minute of it here tonight.
Oh, 2 big extra runs here in the 8th. And now 3-0. Boy, 2 of those could have been strikes on Shaw. Three and 1. Broken bat roller to the shortstop Russell, who gloves and throws to Rizzo. 1 out.
Follow Cubs baseball live with the MLB.com at Bat mobile app. Stay connected to the game's best players all season long with game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB.com at Bat today. It's your #1 app for live baseball.
Swinging strike on Santana. Ground ball, Bryant. So 2 outs, 2 in. It's Broxton. Breaking ball, strike. Night game tomorrow. Day game on Wednesday. Cubs will have their big charity event down at Navy Pier. Brooks and Ivy ball after the game Wednesday. And then Thursday we'll head to Cincinnati to start a long 3-city trip on Friday. Nelson and Anderson tomorrow night. Malone and Hendricks Wednesday. Tomorrow night's matchup. Both off to good starts. One, two, late swing and a foul upstairs. Game-ending single, Dansby Swanson. Braves win again. 5-4 over the Padres. They're 6-6, including 4-0 in their new home. Yankees won again, 7-4 over the White Sox. That's the Yankees' 8th consecutive win. 2 more for the Brewers in the 8th. It's 6-3.
Award-winning interface. Award-winning design. Award-winning engine. The Volvo XC90. the most awarded luxury SUV of the century.
Serving Chicagoland for over 25 years, Experience has the high-quality, locally sourced food you crave in a variety of breakfast and lunch classics. Find a location near you today and make sure to try out their organic coffee and fresh smoothies.
We're out of ink. Ink. Not ink.
Printing doesn't have to be painful. Now, during HP Savings Month at Staples, get up to $180 off HP printers.
Before the recession, products were just built better. That's as simple as what it is, folks. Like this 2008 Tioga 30-footer with 2 slide-outs, only 23,000 miles, and priced now at $64,995. Brand new 2016 Four Winds 31-foot 2 slide-out Class C mini motor home. A beautiful, beautiful coach, folks. Retail sticker price $107,000. Sale price now at $84,995.
That's good.
Shabana Creek RV, Atkinson, Illinois.
Our hefty home run leaders. Cubs 2016. Bryant, Rizzo, Russell, followed by Zobrist and Baez. Trailing by 3 with 6 outs to go. Corey Knebel here in the 8th.
Well, from the Cubs' point of view, I guess anybody but Jacob Barnes is a welcome sight. That guy was unbelievable here tonight. He was bad news Barnes is what he was, striking out the side. Now Knebel, and there's no slouch either, as you see by his numbers. He's off to a good start.
Let's see if the Cubs can rally late. Upstairs on Anthony Rizzo. Indians have Andrew Miller into the game in the 8th, leading 3-1 at Minnesota tonight.
Brewers pitching tonight, and they have struck out 9 Cubs while walking only 1.
Ichiro honored as the Marlins are in Seattle, back where Ichiro really made his mark. Inside on Rizzo, 3-0. Seattle with a 3-0 lead in the 2nd. To Rizzo. Ball 4.
There's the start. It's one of the cardinal sins of pitching. Leadoff walk late in the ball game with a comfortable lead.
You got Benny and the Jet standing next to each other at home plate. Kind of buried the lead on the song.
Jet, J-E-T-T, Bandy, the catcher, a combination of his dad's name Jeff, his grandfather Chester was known as Chet.
Could have gone with Jester.
Bandy, because that's his last name.
Strike 3.
It's a little different look for Knebel. He's a hard thrower. He doesn't throw 100 miles an hour like Barnes, but we've seen him 95, 96, and then instead of the slider, you see more of that power curveball from Knebel.
Russell, the batter. 2 strikeouts and a walk. You know, the Brewers had Jabba Chamberlain in camp, so I'm sure there was a Jet Bandy Jabba Chamberlain battery in spring training in the Star Wars theme going. Pitch. Got under it. And Arcia makes the grab in fair territory.
Well, the one thing, at least as the Brewer bullpen is currently made up, you don't have to deal with a left-hander coming out of the pen. It's all right-handed.
Edwards Jr. and Brian Dunsing, righty lefty, up in the Cubs bullpen. So we don't talk politics on our broadcast, but you can say the Brewers bullpen is right leaning.
They had one lefty, Suter.
Brent Suter.
Yeah, yep. He got sent out.
Outside. Hayward 2-0. Nice to get at least one here. Give yourself a fighting chance in the ninth.
Yeah, just, you know, and keep the line moving too. Get closer to turning the lineup over.
Lined and caught. That's a base hit in the pre-shifting days, but VR was out in shallow right.
You have a vision. It's behind everything you do. Even when you least expect it, it comes through. You know what you want, and we can help make it real. You need choices? We've got all kinds, including special finishes and papers. And they're all absolutely guaranteed. Because you have a vision, and we have your card. 500 start at just $9.99 when you enter BC500 at Vistaprint.com.
Aurelio's Pizza has been a Chicago tradition and family favorite for more than 55 years. To find a location nearest you, visit Aurelio'sPizza.com and then enjoy the game with an Aurelio's Pizza featuring our signature sauce, homemade crust, and the finest ingredients.
Show me Blackhawks. Awesome. Now show me Mike Milbury epic fails.
I don't think it works like that.
Find your awesome with the Xfinity X1 voice remote and watch Blackhawks playoff hockey on CSN Chicago.
Can you feel something without touching it? See something with your eyes closed. When everything is designed around you, the driver, you can. The new Mazda 3.
Now get the 2017 Mazda 3 for 0% APR for 60 months plus $500 APR bonus cash.
The toast of the game presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. It's about the home run ball, and the Brewers have been doing that at quite a pace here early on. They've now had 25 homers in their first 14 games, including tonight. Braun, Bandy, and Thames, who has tied a club record with a home run in his 5th consecutive game. Binny's Beverage Depot is the official champagne provider of the world champion Chicago Cubs. Mike Montgomery in his 2nd inning of work, facing Bandy. The way I gave gave the throwing error in the 8th inning to Montero. Contreras is catching for the Cubs after pinch hitting earlier. Here's a 1-strike pitch.
And 2 runs allowed by Montgomery in the 8th, 1 earned. Strop with a clean inning tonight with a couple of strikeouts.
Fair ball past a diving Chris Bryant. So the Brewers have 3 guys, all with a homer, double, and a single.
But Chris maybe spun his wheels a little bit on his first move, and that really took away any chance he was going to have to make a play on that ball. Yeah, Thames, Braun, and now Bandy, part of that 3-hit club here this evening as they press for more in the 9th. Garcia likely pushes the bunt here.
Foul. Cornermen ready to charge. Strike call. Right center. Almora on the run. He slides and makes the catch. Tagging and moving to third is Bandy. Another excellent play by Albert Almora Jr. So smooth.
Yeah, he takes one peek at Hayward and then continues to call him off. Beautiful sliding catch.
Jesus Aguilar will pinch hit, and the Cubs will walk him, I believe. No. No, they'll pitch to him. Okay. Oh, they're going to appeal. And Bandy apparently did not leave early. The way Rizzo was standing there, I was wondering. They were just going to intentionally walk Aguilar. There we go. Montgomery to Aguilar. Bounce to third. Backhanded Bryant. Tag. Safe. Throw out. Dug out by Rizzo. Nice play by Bryant.
Yeah, pretty play on a tricky hop. The presence of mind to slap that tag on Bandy to try to get the out there, knowing that if he didn't, he still had time to make the throw across the diamond.
Like he got in just ahead of the tag. 2 outs, runner at third, VR the batter.
The other thing Joe Madden was talking about before the game when asked about Anthony Rizzo, how many throwing errors he saves his teammates with his glove work over there at first base.
Two strikes. And the Brewers leadoff man is 0 for 4 and hitting 148 to start the year. However, he's got 3 home runs. Cubs will have a pinch hitter, Contreras and Almora do in the bottom of the 9th.
Montgomery up over 30 pitches, second inning of work. He in all likelihood will not be available tomorrow.
Contreras will barehand, and the inning is over. Leadoff double, but Montgomery strands Bandy at third. 6-3 with 3 outs to go.
Nice car. Not so nice scratch. Wouldn't it be nice if removing ugly scratches from your car was this easy? Now with new Finish Scratch Doctor, removing surface scratches is easy. In fact, independent laboratory tests have proven Scratch Doctor to be the best scratch remover available. Scratch Doctor with advanced microtechnology also removes paint scrapes, scuffs, haze, and swirl marks. So get Scratch Doctor.
#1 rated Scratch Doctor. Available at O'Reilly Auto, Home Depot, Pep Boys, Target, AutoZone, Walmart, and other leading stores.
Another monumental season comes to life with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. Catch the biggest moments from baseball's best all season long. Follow your teams, favorite players, no matter where you are. And with MLB.TV included, you can watch nearly 90 live games a week on your favorite devices. That's every milestone and miracle on the screen of your choice. Order MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV.
Attention drivers, has the manufacturer warranty on your car expired? Assisted Auto Repair can get you affordable coverage you need. If your vehicle is less than 10 years old and has less than 150,000 miles on it, we may be able to save you thousands in auto repairs. Call us now for a free quote and get referred to an extended repair protection provider in your area. And now, if you're one of the first 200 callers, receive a roadside assistance plan absolutely free with your activation.
Call 1-800-235-0638. Call now.
Stream Blackhawks games all season long on the NBC Sports app.
Neftali Feliz with a 3-run lead, making this a save situation.
And so far he has been perfect in save opportunities this year, 4 out of 4 with a 1.93 ERA. The veteran right-hander has worked in 6 ball games. And you're going to see another high-octane heater that will average right around 97 miles per hour. And he'll complement that with a hard slider. And every now and then a changeup.
A lot of times in these spots in that home dugout, they're saying, let's give them a good finish, boys. John Jay, pinch hitting to lead off. Ball 1.
Yeah, you're down 3 runs. You just want to make sure you have good at-bats. Make sure you get strikes. Even though the Brewers have been winning of late, Feliz has not been used a lot. He just pitched once in their series against the Reds.
From the stretch, here's his 1-1. Base hit center field.
That's, part of the equation. If you don't come all the way back, you want to force him at least to throw a lot of pitches. There's value in seeing a guy you may see later on in the series in a critical situation. His outing in the Cincinnati series was yesterday. He got the save in that ball game, worked a scoreless inning.
Contreras came on as a pinch hitter in the 6th, now catching. And it's 0-1. Feliz debuted back in 2009 when he was just 21 years old. That was with Texas. Brief stint with Detroit. Last year with Pittsburgh. One and two. Early in his career, first full season, he was an all-star, saved 40 games in his age 22 season, 32 the following year. Barely pitched in 2012 and 2013 in the big leagues. 2-2. Just off the corner. Texas had toyed with making him a starter, but it was short-lived. Tommy John surgery. And now trying to save games for the Brewers. 3-2, runner on, nobody out. And the pitch. He walked him.
Alrighty.
Tying run will come up.
A number of folks have gone home, but those that remain, pretty raucous group, looking for some heroics.
They're not going home.
You couldn't drag that guy out of here.
Two on, nobody out. Almora with Schwarber lurking on deck. The pitch.
He's clearly rattled. Tried to throw that one 110 miles per hour. That almost never works. More conversations to be had.
Two balls, no strikes. They did not get cheated.
No, sir. That's what, if you're going to green light a guy, he's sitting dead red, you get a fastball up, you want to take a whack at it. He's not trying to punch a single the other way.
Over near the barrier, and Thames can't make the play. The Cubs get a little help from the wind tonight. That's where the wind can be your friend on a night like this with not much foul territory.
The door popped open on him. Rizzo would have stood on top of the railing to make that play.
Yeah. Like somebody made a line change earlier, forgot to shut the door.
He's gone after a couple of high fastballs. Got to get him down in the zone a little bit.
Ground ball to third. Double play, 5-3. Shaw to Thames.
Ouch. Pretty easy play for Shaw. Just run to the bag and flip it across the diamond. Comes up a little short, but Thames able to make the pick for him.
So Contreras is at second, and the Cubs need another base runner to get that tying run up. This would be Bryant if Schwarber reaches. 0-1 on Kyle. We've seen him grind out a lot of plate appearances as the leadoff man, and now just needs to find a way on to extend this game. And they'll have to do it with 2 strikes.
Just got to be short and quick here. Find a way to battle.
The kick and the 0-2 inside. Up behind the plate, Bandy can't get it. So still life for the Cubs. Got that advertising board behind home plate. He just didn't quite get over there fast enough. Got a glove on it. Feliz with a 2-2 bounce foul.
Well, a good pitch. I don't know if I'm projecting because I have a lot of faith in him, but there's just something about Schwarber's setup at the plate that exudes confidence, the way he looks out at the opposing pitcher.
Yeah,
it's just as if, you know, what's on your mind out there,
right?
pal?
Good body language, intimidating. He held.
One more conversation between Feliz and Bandy. And Feliz, I don't think he is the least bit, concerned's not the right word, but he's not thinking about Chris Bryant on deck. That's not the way these guys are wired. Most of these closers, they're just trying to get the guy in the box to swing and miss.
Here comes a 3-2 swing and a miss. And the Brewers take the series opener. And the Cubs have now lost a season high 4 in a row. They just could not cool off these red hot Brewer bats tonight.
Yeah, we thought maybe the weather would do it on a cold night. It looked like it was going to be a pitcher's night, and the Brewers, especially early, jumped on John Lackey, hit 3 home runs, and then were able to play add-on late in the ball game. So the Brewers obviously feeling good about themselves, swinging it really well here early in 2017.
So the Cubs will try to get back to the 500 mark tomorrow night, and we're on CSN on Sunday. Pre-game coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. as the Cubs and Reds wrap up a 3-game set. Now for JD, for Kelly, our entire crew here at Wrigley Field, I'm Len Casper. Your final score, Milwaukee 6, the Cubs 3. Stay tuned. Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs post-game live is next.
So with the Santa Fe Sport, I can get the multi-view camera system, hands-free smart liftgate, all-wheel drive, and America's Best warranty.
Plus, you can sync it right up to your smartphone and favorite apps.
Is that hard to set up?
Hi, Mom.
Hey, sweetie. What's up?
Dad just bought a new car.
Can you put your dad on the phone?
It's not hard at all.
Daryl.
Hi, honey.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai.
And this is the reason to buy now. Lease the Santa Fe Sport for $149 a month or get up to $5,000 in total savings.
At Menards, home improvement means saving big because right now you'll get an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices. Save big on the Intuition shower head from Delta, only $56.96 after rebate. Or get the Dawson bathroom faucet, just $88.11 after rebate. Take advantage of great deals on TrueBolt passage knobs. The Sydney Series is backed by a lifetime warranty and is available in 4 finishes. Only $889 each after rebate. Stop waiting and start saving with an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This is David Kaplan. Join ace handicapper Jim Miller and me for the Express Bet Racing Report Saturday at 10:30. We'll look back on last week's Santa Anita Derby, and we'll make you some money with our picks on the upcoming Arkansas Derby. Saturday at 10:30 on CSN.
Show me Blackhawks. Awesome. Now show me Mike Milbury epic fails.
I don't think it works like that.
Find your awesome with the Xfinity X1 voice remote and watch Blackhawks playoff hockey on CSN Chicago.
I love how USAA gives me the peace of mind and the security just like the Marines did. At one point I did change to a different company with car insurance and I was not happy with the customer service. We have switched back over and we feel like we're back home now.
The process through USAA is so effortless that you feel like you're a part of the family.
I love that I can pass a membership to my children and that they can be protected. We're the Williams family and we're USAA members for life.
Call USAA today to talk about your insurance needs.
Why put another crossover on a road already filled with them? Why give it headlights like jewels, a body that feels sculpted? Why give it an interior where even the dash is cut and sewn by hand? It's simple. You can build a car or you can build a Cadillac. Join us for Spring's Best. Get this low-mileage lease on this Cadillac XT5 from around $419 per month, or purchase with 0% financing.
Now playing on DirecTV Cinema.
It's about family.
You've come a long way, little one.
It's about love.
I'm lost. Let me help you.
It's about finding your way home.
I'm starting to remember. I had another family.
It's the feel-good movie we all need.
They need to know I'm okay.
An amazing true story.
I have to find my way back home.
One of the best pictures of the year.
You're a beautiful boy.
Lion.
Movies start at Channel 125.
So, you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So, pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-608-5059.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves. Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Toyota. Tested. Trusted. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places. And by State Farm. Here to help life go right.
For the third time in 6 years, the Blackhawks are Stanley Cup champions.
We proudly present the Stanley Cup playoffs on CSN.
The Chicago Blackhawks left the United Center Saturday night with an 0-2 deficit that had Coach Q